it's Cassie and today we're going to be talking about the 7 biggest luxury shoe trends of 2022. These are trends that we are really seeing gain popularity right now, but also towards the back end of the year. What are we looking forward to? Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Guys, are you ready? Let's go. Starting off with the biggest shoe trend of the year. These are coming in hot. Every single brand is doing them. Platforms, the higher the heel, the closer to God, you know. These are really taking a front row seat, okay? We really saw this come through late 2021, especially with these took the internet by storm. The celebrities were wearing them. We were all infatuated with this Bratz-like moment, and we were like, oh my gosh, they're ridiculous but cute and amazing, you know? So that then fed into the end of last year, where we then had these come in. They're a little bit more timeless, a little bit more classic, however nonetheless sky high and a moment. And then now we are fully into the swing of it. Valentino, these in particular keep selling out left, right and centre really. They're still not that easy to get your hands on. And running off the back of such success for autumn-winter 22, we're seeing Valentino do more of these. And is it just me, or do they even seem higher than these as well? Get ready to tower over your significant other, because the time is now. They're doing them with different toes, like more of a sort of squared off toe and a pointed toe as well. We'll get into pointed toe shoes later on in this video. Same thing with Versace. If we look at autumn winter 2022, they're doing satin and patent leather platforms, but you've got a pointed toe there, a little bit of ankle strap detail, all of that. Let's look at Bottega. This is a brand that knows how to make it products, and shoes are no exception. They've been churning out very popular shoes for the last couple of years, everything from the Lido, a square-toed mule, all the way up to the lug boots, you know, really both ends of the spectrum, and autumn winter 2022 is no different. They are doing a kind of mock croc platform. It's got an ankle strap with a buckle and a curved heel, a little bit of almost like a banana heel. Shall we throw that out there? I think we will. More examples for you: Decore, Bell Disco platforms. Oh my gosh. Giuseppe Zanotti are doing velvet versions for autumn winter 2022. Altuzara, Acne Studios and Sport Max have done this in like a flatforms way. So more like sandals with a very exaggerated, very chunky, very bubbled sole. Schiaparelli has done a similar thing, but with a boot version. Name the brand, they're doing it. Giambattista Valli has done like completely glittered ones. Everybody is doing a platform. If you're not on the platform train, you buy yourself a sodding ticket. The next one is over the knee or thigh-high boots. Boots are like florals to spring, groundbreaking, especially for autumn winter. Like, okay, we get it, there's going to be a boot involved. But with over the knee boots, these are some things that kind of like, we dip in, we're interested in them, then we don't see them for a little bit, whatever. They're never out of trend, but really we saw a lot of them for the autumn winter 2022 runways to look forward to, and again interpreted in different ways. Fendi for spring summer 2022 did one that was sort of suede and leather and covered in illustrations. Alexander McQueen did this in almost like a sock boot way with crystal, like little chandelier embellishments falling down them. Givenchy have done these in quite a simple-ish way, just like a simple pointed toe, black leather, disappearing up the thigh. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum again, you've got like Rick Owens that decided to just do, let's armour it up. Armoured from head to toe. It's a very Rick move. Even Carolina Herrera has done this with like a flats situation. The next trend, ballet flats. Yes, they are in and they are very much on trend. Giving Swan Lake dropout. And the thing is that these are being done, obviously different designers are interpreting this and doing it in their own ways, but a lot of these are done with a very, very thin sole, like a ballet sole. Like you're going to be dropping into first, second position, plie, all of that with zero issues, okay? There is a millimetre between you and the floor. Obviously, you've got brands like The Row doing this in a very minimalist way. It's got a little band across the top, all of that. Simone Rocha as well. They've done it with sort of like pearl embellishments, making it a little bit more... It's a very feminine shoe, but they've added a little bit of bling, a little bit of something to zhuzh it up. This is a trend that I personally find quite difficult to tackle because, yeah, there tends to be not much sole happening. The ballet vibe in general is kind of like creeping in as a trend, so it's no surprise that we're seeing it with the shoes as well, but there you go. Go off with your pirouettes. Okay, similar to Ballet Flats, Mary Jane's. Again, brands are doing their own twist on this. If we take a brand like Dior, they're doing it in a sort of semi-sporty way with pops of colour. Miu Miu have done it in a kind of two-tone contrast. Then you've got Prada, who has basically done every single kind of Mary Jane style that would be school appropriate. Black patent leather, your headmistress would look down on you fondly. We've been round this road before, and it wasn't as fashion, it was because it was the uniform, you know? So personally finding this one very difficult to think of in a fun way, you know. Chloe have also done this with a gum sole, so at least you've got a little bit of comfort there, you know. People are going to say Steve Madden. It's very Steve Madden. I think this one just hits a little too close to like growing up in childhood, you know. The next trend, this has really proved to be huge. Fisherman Sandals. Again, anywhere from Gucci doing their own version of jelly sandals. You liked a jelly sandal, but you wanted a designer one, Gucci, right? That's exactly what you're going to get over there. Through to Prada, which has done like a foam fisherman sandal with a little bit of heel, which are proving to be extremely popular. They do them in a few colours. They're honestly like, they're selling out. Surprisingly, I know. All the way to Versace, who have basically done this, but fisherman sandal version, for those that like the fisherman vibe and also possibly want to step on a neck. Like, there is really a fisherman sandal for everybody. And even then, I won't be buying any of them. Now, the next trend is a bit of a weird one, especially because this isn't just a trend that we're seeing in autumn winter, but it is starting now. It's actually been around for a bit. Fluff. For the last couple of years, we've warmed to the concept of shearling slides, or like a shearling sandal. Strange to begin with, but I feel like we've wrapped our head around it a bit. Still not everybody's cup of tea, but we've seen those around. Some brands are really taking this to new heights, to the point that we have now got potential Sesame Street extras adorning people's feet. Looking forward to autumn winter, we've got Bottega are doing these, I don't even know what to call that. It's almost like a heeled loafer, but it is just complete fluff. It's just, that is a tiny little monster on one's feet. Off-White are doing a kind of slouched boot in shearling. Also, slouched boots are going to be a big thing, so just keep that in the back of your mind. They're doing it in that way. Fendi have done their new signature Fendi First heel with fur around the outside, giving us a cozy moment that way. But then you've got brands like Altuzara who have decided, no, let's not just do fluff on the outside. Let's not just do shearling. No, let's do fluff on the inside. And it's fluff. It's not shearling. It's got hair. It's got length. That fluff, you know? Which again casts our minds back to something like the Gucci Princetown slides. You remember, it was like a small tiny cousin of Bigfoot, flip-flopping around on the soles of people's feet, dragging and collecting all sorts of goodies on the floor, you know? We're back. Get your ratty little Princetown loafers out because they're having a moment again. The last trend, and then I have a micro trend prediction at the end as well, so stick with me. The last trend that I think is going to make a lot of people smile, because we all love a wedge. We all love a wedge. Why? Because they're easy to walk in. Stability. It might be fun, okay, to have an adventurous life with a stiletto heel. But sometimes you want a trusty, stable wedge that's going to take you through the evening, no problems. You know? You get me. Jimmy Choo is doing this by way of wedge boots for fall winter in velvet and even A. Stick with me. Crystal version. Absolutely delicious. For spring summer 2022, Versace is doing this by way of wedge sandal. It's got like 3 straps on the front. This is a very exaggerated version of this trend, but I just wanted to give an example of how different brands are interpreting this. in a satin wedge. And my micro trend prediction is, from ferreting around the internet and having a look and zooming in on runways and whatnot, I predict the demise of the square toe. The square toe will never die, alright? Especially when it's a necessary square toe. Nicely rounded edges, all of that. The square toe that I'm thinking about that's going to be off a cliff soon is the exaggerated square toe. It looks like a duckbill, looks like a spatula, looks like a platypus. On the catwalk we saw a lot of point, we saw a lot of platform point, we saw a lot of more almond toes. Fendi's boots and like pumps that they came out with, an elongated but nonetheless an almond toe. Versace's new platforms for autumn winter, pointed toe. Valentino's, same thing, pointed toe going on there. I'm just biased, okay? I'm not a square toe gal. But there you go. Let me know what you think of these trends. Let me know if there's any that you're looking forward to. I'm going to leave a link to another video here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.